Over the years, our family's had a share of health problems.
So prescriptions are a part of our life.
Before we went to the big box store.
We both thought it would help us save. But with the long lines and impersonal service, filling prescriptions became a chore. That's when a friend recommended D&H.
Now Tristan knows our prescriptions. Brenda always helps us find the right vitamins. And after Dad's fall, Monica's been a real expert with all our home medical needs. All without the lines.
Trust and service.
That's our D&H.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, March 26th. Sitting to my right side, I have Diana Moxon with us from the Columbia Art League. She's
Hello, Paul.
Hi, good to have you here.
Good to be back.
You're here to talk about summer camp. Now, we're just a couple of days into spring.
I know. We work a long way ahead.
I know, but what I was going to say, it seems like it was just Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year. Here we are. Springtime, and we've got summer coming up just around the corner.
I know. And we're already working on shows that are happening in August and September, so we're always kind of 6 months ahead.
Yeah, so what about the summer camp?
Summer camp is for children, for young artists aged 5 to about 16 this year. So in the past, we've done 2 different age group camps. We've done 6 to 9s and 10 to 12s, but this year we're doing it a bit differently. We're doing 5 to 8-year-olds. We've got 5 weeks of summer camp for that age group. And we've got 4 weeks for ages 9 to 12. And then we have 4 weeks for ages 13 upwards, so
now,
13
what
to
do
16.
They do during this period?
Well, all sorts of things. So they're from 9 till 3, and so each week of camp has a different subject.
Okay, let me ask you this. Now, this might sound like a stupid question.
Probably.
But now, why do you call it summer camp? Why don't you just call it summer class?
It's just always been called that. Why change it? It's not broken. We're not fixing it. Summer camp. I mean, it's just called summer camp. I mean,
I think when you think summer camp, I think of kids pitching a tent, going out in the wilderness and studying art. Okay, so they're going to be down at the Art League.
They'll be actually
no tent needed.
They'll be downtown. No tent needed. No tent required. You know, bring your own lunch. And so each week is a different subject and a different teacher. So you might sign up for fairy tales and fables, where you'll be learning about how to use your imagination and create fairy tale characters.
Now, is this a 5-week?
This is 1 week, so this is one of the 5 weeks. And then the next week for that age group, for the young group, it's kinetic, art that moves. You'll be looking at sculptural things and art that moves and creating kind of mobiles and that kind of thing. So depending on what your young artist's area of interest are, then you can look through the summer camp program, which is all on our website, columbiaartleague.org, and see what appeals to your artist.
So conceivably, one age group could stay the whole 5 weeks if they wanted to, right?
Yeah, we do have some children that just come in each week. Now they alternate weeks, so we have a week for 5 to 8-year-olds, then we have a week for 6 to 9-year-olds. For 9 to 12-year-olds, and then back to 5 to 8-year-olds. So we alternate the weeks through the summer. For the older children, for the 13 and upwards, then they are actually all in a row, and they're in a different location. So they are at the Art League, and then we use one of the downtown churches and have their community room.
But if people want more information, you can find all of this on your website.
You can find every single last bit of it on our website. Everything.
Okay, and what's your website address?
It's columbiaartleague.org. Do you want to say that in American?
www.columbiaartleague.org.
.org.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
And you're getting ready also for Art in the Park, which is...
We're already working on that. That's June 6th and 7th, and we'll have a long chat about that when I see you in May.
Oh, my goodness. That is the biggest event of the whole year, isn't it?
For us, it is. Yeah, it's gigantic. So it's like climbing a mountain every year.
So where are you on that mountain right now?
I'm in the foothills, but my backpack is packed.
Okay.
I've got my tent, and I'm setting off.
All right, Diana Moxon, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks, Paul.
Now I turn to Paula Schulte, who is the marketing director of Missouri River Regional Library. Good to have you here, Paula. You have an event coming up, is it next Monday, right?
We do. On March 30th, we have an author event. We have NINA FURSTENAU, who teaches in the...
oh, I know her. She's been on here.
Yes, well, she's coming down to the library in Jefferson City, and she's going to be talking about her book, Biting Through the Skin, An Indian Kitchen in
she's a very interesting lady.
Yes,
yeah.
So she's coming down, and she's going to be talking about her book and signing copies and answering
questions. Now, that will be Monday, next Monday.
Monday,
what
March
time?
30th at 7:00 p.m. in the Missouri River Regional Library
in
Art Gallery in Jefferson City.
In Jefferson City. Okay, so
yes.
Nina will be there with her book. Will there be any food samples? Do you know?
I don't know.
That
would be wonderful. I'm all for that.
So that's a week from. Well, no, just
No,
next
it's
Monday.
just around the corner, just
okay.
on Monday.
Then what else have you got?
And then we have another author event that's April 22nd, and her name is Lisa McMann. She is a New York Times best-selling author. She wrote The Unwanteds, which is the 2014 Mark Twain Award book. And of course that's the award that the kids get to vote on.
Right,
so she's very popular with our children, older children and young adult aged, and she's going to be coming as well and talking about her book, answering questions.
And what time will that be?
And that's at 7 o'clock again in the art gallery.
Okay. Anything else in particular that you want to brag about with Missouri River Regional Library?
We offer an awful lot of programs. We service Cole County and Osage County, and we just have a lot going on. We have our National Library Week. We'll have a Library Appreciation, Patron Appreciation Day,
So
the last day of
then?
that. We will have free lunch, hot dogs and chips and soda there. We have a
when is
DJ
National
that
Library
comes
Week?
in. It's April 12th through the 18th.
Okay, that's before your next.
It's before the author event on the 22nd.
So anybody can come down, kids and adults, and
Adults, anybody. You can pay off your fines with cans of food for the Salvation Army during that week.
So if you haven't returned your books or your CDs on time,
yes.
How big of a fine can you pay off with canned goods?
Now that's a question for our circulation person. I know it's $1 off per can of food that you bring in.
So if you owe a pretty big fine, could you go?
You need to talk to Jessica in circulation if you owe a pretty big fine, and she can fill you in on
how many canned goods you need to bring in.
Yes.
But that's a really nice way to give back to the community.
Absolutely.
I mean, and that's what you're doing. Instead of collecting the fine, you're collecting canned goods,
Yes.
and you're saying, okay, we wiped the slate clean. You bring in your canned goods.
And you get to do some good for those.
But you're not going to go out on a limb on how big of a fine you can pay off with canned goods.
I'm not, no. Since I don't know that exactly,
All right.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Paula, thank you so much for coming by, and please come back and visit us again.
We would love to.
What's the website for Missouri River Regional Library?
It's www.mrrl.org.
Okay. All right. And mark those 2 dates on your calendar, plus customer, did you call it customer appreciation?
Patron appreciation.
Patron appreciation. All right, tomorrow, Racing for Recovery. Our program directed by Travis McMillen of the Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio is Pat Akers from KBIA. Our floor director is Brendan McDermott, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. Something you'd like to see or hear? Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.